game plan that was constructed.
Out Minnesota's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Prince in at the.
He's a defensive specialist, has a combination of
with one hand.
flying high and throwing down.
Does that one as well as anyone, Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Harden draws the double. He feeds it to Brewer. From past the arc. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Going back to Corey Brewer.
Kevin, Corey's one of those guys that's always going to give that effort offensively and find ways to contribute there. But more importantly, he's going to give you results on the defensive side of the ball.
He has an amazing motor. Never shuts down.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
The tray. Shot is no good. Prince with the defensive effort for Minnesota. They've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. The shot, no good.
Nice effort on the alley-oop, but probably not a good choice.
Yeah, it looked good initially, but then broke down just as quickly.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And here's Ariza. James Harden getting it to go from deep. On the wing, Harden from the arc. And another 3 for Houston.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now. They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now, here's Brewer. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Beverly gets to Ariza. Fires it up. Brewer's shot is off.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot. And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing him
said it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Another miss by Harden. Look at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a win against the Raptors.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
And when that strategy, Greg, didn't lead to layups, they usually wound up at the foul line. And I thought they shot an excellent percentage when they did get to the line.
The Rockets making a switch here. Smith has checked in. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Muhammad, he's checked in for Prince. Damian Rudez comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. Harden with it. He's coming off a 34-point game against Portland. Screened by Howard. Harden outside. Kept alive by Houston. Howard kicks to Harden. The 3. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. 11 points for James Harden.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Beverly after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. 6 to shoot. Screen by Smith. Harden the pass to Ariza. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better fit for his team's philosophy than James Harden. He reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
Catching up in the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's Thornton in for James Harden. And now in transition is Thornton. Here we go. Pass to Lawson. Back to Thornton. Ariza outside. The pass to Thornton. Lawson against Rubio. There's the 3. No good from Lawson.
And And Harden, either intentionally or not, is really the poster child for a new era of analytics that's starting to drive basketball. I mean, he generates a lot of points, but most importantly, he does it with tremendous efficiency, in part because he lives at the free throw line. Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
Shot's good from Rudez. Here's Lawson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Capella. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. No shortage of scoring here at the end. And now let's hear from Ty Lawson talking about the balanced attack of this Denver Nugget team. Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the playoffs and Ty Lawson was at the controls.
You know, but not enough firepower to be able to sustain with the elite teams, say like the Warriors or the Rockets. Ty Lawson, a solid, dependable player in our league, but this is still a league where you need your superstars to win rings.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
On the court for Minnesota, youngsters Anthony Towns and Chang are in the post. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Levine, and it's Muhammad in at the three. Howard's checked in for Capella. Harden with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Screened by Smith. Pass to Howard. Harden outside. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Smith kicks to Harden for the three. Another miss by Houston.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
It's Terry outside. Wiggins with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. Towns dishes to Jang. Here's Wiggins. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Minnesota making some changes. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Towns. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Muhammad. Screened by Howard. The feed to Terry. Back to Harden. Houston needs to get a shot off. And Brewer kicks to Harden. The three-pointer, no good.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Stolen by Harden. Terry outside. Harden left side. Wide open look. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Right wing. It's tipped. Here's Levine. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
Andrew Beverly, he's checked in for Corey Brewer. And for LaVine and his dunking, if you saw him in college or last season, you knew he was a very special player in the air.
Well, LaVine can be one of the great all-time dunkers with his height and ability to lift off. He gets airborne so effortlessly that there are few that can match his power and finesse once he's airborne.
From deep, Prince. Kept alive, Minnesota. Wiggins passes to Miller. And stolen by Howard. On up the court. And the jam by Harden.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Rockets. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Rudez checked in for Levine. Here is Harden following the basket by Andre Miller. Screen by Smith. Back to Harden. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Rudez has got his second basket of the night. Rockets leading by 3. To the paint. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 3rd in scoring, 7th in assists, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
You know, to do what he does, you have to have that scorer's mentality. I mean, he knows he's the go-to guy, and everybody else knows it too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and it's Thornton in for Smith. And here's Ariza after the three-pointer from Ricky Rubio. Three-pointer, Lawson. Rubio with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way, no doubt. They've been winning on the backcourt.
Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. Rubio can't get that one to fall. Stolen by Rubio. Hits the target from 18 feet. Rubio's got 7 points in the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Right now, let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. In the 3rd spot, the Timberwolves.
As I said, this is one of the better free throw shooting teams this season. Everybody's been doing their job from the charity stripe. They're actually taking advantage of free throws because they're knocking them down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Towns comes in for Gorgui Dieng. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Andre Miller. And the basket by Rubio.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
A shot by Lawson, wide open. No good with the triple. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
That doesn't go either for Lawson.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on his heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
He dishes it to Brewer. From 17 feet out, and he drops that one in. Brewer's got his second basket of the night.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Rubio got it off in time, but it's no good. And the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. Some great work in the second quarter as they fought hard and were able to make up the difference and then some, now leading by 1. And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
What a performance from Harden here. 18 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Howard is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Brewer in at the small forward position. Now Harden following the three-point attempt by Andrew Wiggins. Harden can't hit. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Here's Levine. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. Smith checked in for the Rockets. And the basket by Harden.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
Houston making a switch. Terry's checked in. Timberwolves trail by 3. Wiggins from outside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
It's Harden with the drive. Smith on the wing. Back to Harden. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Harden.
You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's tough.
2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Buries the long-range jumping
back. To the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Terry dishes to Harden. Wide open shot is on the money. Harden's got 29 in the game.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player. And this quarter, he has...
Screen by Smith. There's the dish to Terry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, Minnesota will take it the other way.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Now, here's Brewer. He has 5. Right side, Terry. And Brewer kicks to Smith. Miller against Harden. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Minnesota's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Brewer, and that misses everything.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Smith with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Harden outside for the 3. The second chance effort. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in. Reza comes in for Brewer. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jason Terry. The Rockets have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. That free throw, no good.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder in the last decade. 5 times out of the last 8 years, he's led the league in rebounding. That's almost impossible to do in the modern NBA.
Now here's Jang. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Here's Muhammad. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Houston in the lead. And Beverly kicks to Thornton. Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him. Screen by Howard. Thornton passes to Beverly. Can't hit from in close.
And no excuse there for missing that one.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Rockets lead by 2. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got... Towns, Tayshaun Prince out there with Muhammad. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Rudez in at the shooting guard position. Now, here is Lawson. Ariza kicks to Thornton. Here's Beverly. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves trail, and now the Timberwolves on the break. No good from Rudez. Muhammad dishes to Rubio. Stolen by Beverly. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Lawson's got the ball. And the basket by Thornton. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few...
when they've gotten out in the transition.
Muhammad grabs the board. Muhammad's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. From deep Harden, Tayshaun Prince with the rebound. Prince has got 5 rebounds tonight, and Wiggins throws it down.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
From downtown, and Muhammad the bucket on the assist by Rubio. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
For Minnesota, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. And he gets it to go. 10 points for Prince.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Some changes for Minnesota. Gorgie Dane comes in for Shabazz Muhammad, and Zach LaVine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. The three from Harden. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Prince has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Yep, and they've needed every one of those boards. This game's still close. We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
And here's Harden for 3. That's good. Harden's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, gutsy shot to come right back at him with the 3 of his own.
Well, we've seen it before. He doesn't have any problem trading shots with anybody.
Here's McDaniels. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 14-6 run. And here's Prince outside. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Terry. It's Harden with the... Oh!
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him.
Kia looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Reza comes in for Josh Smith. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for K.J. McDaniels. Now, here's Brewer. Terry outside. He kicks to Ariza. Back to Terry. Ariza goes in. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even 50%. Prince fires. The good-looking shot from the wing. Prince has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around. Come on, fella, power it down. That dunk was ridiculous.
There was absolutely nobody that was going to get the way of that.
And not when he's coming in with that kind of force.
The Rockets making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Here's Harden. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
Yeah, nobody giving up any ground either way, fella.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
It's Ariza on the wing. Count it!
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket definitely.
Timberwolves have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Wiggins passes to Dang. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Howard with it, now defended by Wiggins. Howard kicks to Brewer. Beverly dishes to Brewer. Ariza goes in. Yes!
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
We've got 28 seconds left in the game. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too.
Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden right now.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're behind by 4. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, and not only do you want to draw up a score here, but it's got to be a quick one.
Yeah, it has to be quick. They've got to convert, and then there has to be an immediate foul. Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit. And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Miss.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're down by 2. 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Wiggins. Prince, right side. No good. So it's a narrow victory for the...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the...
It's the
2K16.
confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.